Today we're at the Kent Business School at the University of Kent. It's a special Dunnhumby Academy Day. The Academy is an initiative between the Kent Business School and Dunnhumby to look at our spending patterns when it comes to consumer, farming and that sort of product that we buy every day in Tesco's and Waitrose. Today we're here to learn from Dunnhumby and some of the other special sponsors here about some of those trends in our buying.
So we need to deliver a balanced range, and at Dunnhumby we can understand how different products appeal to different types of shoppers. So we can start to see here, we've got different types of butter that might appeal to healthy, price-sensitive and upmarket shoppers. Well, it's very important as a retailer to be able to have a range that caters for all these missions and all these needs, because actually these are valuable customers and they all might have different needs. So rather than just going with the ones that might sell the most products, you need to cater for a broad church of customer needs. So, for example, if we were able to identify that the most important mission bought with Scottish pre-packed salmon was also cream cheese and bagels, then we know that that's an important mission, an important recipe. So if the supplier of Scottish salmon wanted to do some recipe cards in Sainsbury's or advertise in Tesco magazine, then we could put maybe that cream cheese and bagels missions on there, because we know it might attract more customers to buying into that. The same with sandwich fillers. We know sandwich fillers can be used to fill sandwiches, obviously, but it can also be used on top of baked potatoes to maybe put tuna and sweet corn on top of baked potatoes. So by being able to understand these different missions and tapping into them allows us to market our products more effectively.
And we can argue that a value kind of shopper is like an Asda/Morrison shopper, and that a Tesco finest shopper is like a similar in makeup, in DNA to a Waitrose or an M&S shopper. So in actual fact, many of our wins are not with Tesco, they're with independent retailers. Probably look a bit like that. So the convenience store format that Tesco's have got, what, 900 stores, 800 stores? That's like a farm shop. So the mission that I call on the way home into Tesco in the metro is not dissimilar to the mission that would take me to the farm shop.
I started this in April of this year, from scratch, made it completely from scratch. And the main point about that is that means you start with a clean sheet. It also means that you have to invent the provenance yourself. So my target was Waitrose. If anybody said to me, "What is it you're trying to do, John?" I said to them, "Well, I want to be listed in Waitrose." Okay, that'll happen. We got Selfridges in September, and basically it was, don't tell them, I think it was good luck. I sent them the sample box, and you can get the hazelnut, the cinnamon, and the amaretto in Selfridges. Fantastic. Best thing about that was that meant I could then go to other people and say, "Well, it's good enough for Selfridges, why is it good enough for you?" The problem with that is that's not just a good enough reason for somebody to list you. You do, as you've just said, people want numbers, they're buyers, they've got corporate responsibility or whatever it is, or a boss is going to say, "Why did you do that?" They need numbers, you need to arm them with an argument.
Somebody like me, who's a small enterprise in a tiny part of the world in Kent, I've got a little bit of stardust in my briefcase, in that I can go into these corporations, Tesco's, Sainsbury's, Waitrose, they're the biggest in the world. I can go into them and say, "You should buy this, not just because it's great, not just because there's a great price on it, that's a given, but I've actually got this bit of data, and this data will make it absolutely clinched for you as a corporation and as a buyer why you should do it and why you should do it with me, because nobody else is doing it."
So we're basically providing connections for SMEs and large companies as well to meet with various retailers. So this year already we've done Asda, and we've done 3 separate ones for Tesco as well. So obviously we're looking at rolling this out to other retailers over the next 5 years. This data has proved invaluable for those companies who have attended.
Well, following the not inconsiderable insights that we've had this morning from Dunnhumby and from people who deal with Dunnhumby, now we're going to speak to Magbul Akat, who's a student at the Kent Business School, and some of the research she's undertaking. Magbul.
Yeah, and I'm going to be looking at the impact of media promotions on consumer attitudes, perceptions, and purchasing behavior with respect to summer fruits. So basically, using the consumer behavior model, moving the consumers from the point of prospect to the point of advocate, actually buying the product and rebuying the product again. And my initial point, well, my kickoff point, is from analyzing insights from Dunnhumby data, analyzing lifestyle, TV regions and different life stages to be able to know who buys what product at this moment and how we can get those sectors that are not overperforming to where they could be performing much more. And the 4 categories of products I'm looking at are raspberries, strawberries, blueberries and blackberries. And I'm also going to be using focus groups, in-store observations to be able to validate the information I get from the Dunnhumby data, and hopefully we should come up with analysis and conclusions that can be able to enable the firm's strategy, British Summer Fruit strategy, in marketing those other areas, those of their product categories that are not overperforming right now, and bring them to a level where they are performing and actually meet up with their products that are already overperforming in the soft fruit sector. So that's just a little bit about what I'm doing.
And your sponsors are British Summer Fruits?
Yes.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.